An average, electric vehicle has, only 6,000 parts compared to 30,000 in a combustion, engine vehicle, which is what makes it potentially much more sustainable, because you can drive this vehicle for hundreds of thousands more kilometers than potentially in a combustion engine vehicle. Now, the challenge is, in order to do that, you need to, increase the utilization of the vehicle, right? So if you're a city like New York City, and you to make the most use of an electric vehicle, it is fantastic if you can have, employees drive it not only for the morning shift, but even in the night shift, which means that the same vehicle has to be used by potentially two completely different departments. So sustainability and really, driving the carbon savings that come from EVs requires you to use electric vehicles much more. And to use electric vehicles much more, you need to digitize and make the access to these vehicles much easier. There's a lot more data coming out of electric vehicles, which is fantastic, but you need to use that data to decide when to charge, where to charge. And by automating those decisions and making it easier to do it across makes and models, that's how Ridecell is contributing. We feel like we are one of the key missing puzzle pieces that makes electric vehicles not only sustainable in theory, but in real life.
Ridecell's birthright has been in creating shared mobility. Every car-sharing vehicle that's on the street displaces 10 to 15 privately owned vehicles. And now, electric vehicles are a bit problematic for private vehicle ownership. If you have an apartment, there's no plans to charge them. If you only have street parking, maybe you go to work. By able to use shared fleets, those are the vehicles that people use around the city, and then every third day, when the battery level starts getting low, they get taken off-site. They get cleaned out, so it's always clean, and they're then recharged again. This makes electric vehicles accessible, and it also helps promote moving away from vehicle ownership. Most vehicles are used 4% of the time. That's an inefficient use of resources. So here we are, really allowing people to get into sharing a vehicle rather than owning a vehicle, and making it much easier for people to use electric vehicles rather than conventional gas or diesel vehicle that people have in their homes today.